I'm a little nervous. Because I do not know who the killer is. I don't think it's Hero. I'm not gonna lie. No one had heard Monokuma's proclamation. And they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as they were here... Whoa!
Appears!
He multiplied?
Wrong.
It looked like that way because of an illusion. And so fast it looks like I have multiple. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get in the elevator?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along. We're not here to play with you. Okay.
Hey! Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please aboard the pain train elevator.
I'll see you down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared.
What the heck?
You've never been mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I already told you, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you find the other costume more than no, but... Oh, unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
Oh, this isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations when we get to court.
That's right.
He's right. Can I save real quick? Yes, I can. I wanted to save before we go on here. It's actually weird. I was telling my ELA teacher about this because we're reading books, and I want to read the manga of this game because then I could talk about it. But not a lot of people would care, probably. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed them get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, for the two who lost their lives. We'll do it for you guys. Oh yeah, the one who killed them, the one who killed our two friends. The killer is someone right here. Let's just go. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know you have rights? The Constitution says you do. By the way, I know that the thumbnails for all the trials are different. I mean, are insane. When I see all of you gathered like this, I realize just how few of you are left. This goal is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Why are you making us do so things? What? You really hate me so much, but I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around. And begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I started. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed 5 minutes after the commercial break. I'm sorry, guys. This game is so mean. I'm sorry. Alright. Deadly class trial. Alright, just save. Well, I'm gonna grab my Pepsi. I don't think it gets started. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But then I'll punish now.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't.
Look.
Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime.
How many times do I have to tell
Mondo.
you? I don't know.
Man, it's so sad. God, it's so sad they're all gone, dude. There were was so cool. I'm gonna miss doing Taka's voice. No.
Everything we found in the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all
alright.
proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all.
Oh, I got him. Got him.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Exactly.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent.
Yo, homie, thank you.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Well,
Is it
I
like
mean,
Hiro said? Was there really
maybe
someone
I-
running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
No. Why me? Oh, Hero. I thought it was like who could have been the killer.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What...
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular... Makoto, can you...
I got it!
Got it. Come on, let's go. The dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yeah, there's blood on the wheel. Well, it was right there.
I'm sure the dolly was in the...
Don't you just hate it whenever you run out of computer space? Anyways, I found the dolly in the living room. Yep.
But when the body disappeared... Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository... So did the dolly.
But...
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Well, I kick her in the freaking teeth. I just go, what the pow! Sorry.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Hey!
You have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Hey!
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Oh,
You have it wrong.
I gotta restart. Bom, bom, bom. No, please don't kill me. What?
Is the... I refuse to give up yet.
What happens if you get a game over? I need to look that up. No. I understand. Okay.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Got him!
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Gotcha! Now we know who the real killer is.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yes,
Yeah.
Frederick.
The subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then... what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that
love
really
machine.
matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah. If he was in a city, good then. I'm just glad I got that. Look how I was able to get through that, too.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and
Yep.
drove it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is
Yeah, but you can't bend over in the Robo costume, bro. Sorry, Ayo. I love you, but that's to happen.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yep. I'm telling you, it's not me. Not to mention, you can't bend over. It's totally oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
I
Can't
got
do it all
it!
by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Can't take it off by yourself. Yeah. There's a clamp in the back.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Photoshop.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Yeah, wait.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what
I like how
happened.
Kyoko's like, oh.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the room.
It seems I was unconscious for I know it was an hour, because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Yeah. When Celeste told us that, and soon after...
I saw some.
Yeah, we know all this.
And then... while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the... I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Yeah.
And that's when I told you guys...
And then we ran back, the body was gone. Yeah, we basically got all this. Can't believe it's all happening. At the same time, we were informed that they moved in there.
I think that about covers it.
Yep.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then...
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the Now then, let's get started, beginning with what...
Okay, here's my theory. Hifumi walked up there himself, but still screamed because he thought, just to make it, well, okay, no, because that was after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
Shoot!
So, regarding, I wonder if we, or perhaps it was after. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of.
It's true that Hifumi was, while Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what we killed him.
What? Shoot! Do I have to change the bullet? Monokuma.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after?
Crap, how do I change bullets? Fast forwarded, order, flashbacks.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
No! I got to freaking die. What do you say? You want to give it another
I
shot? No.
refuse to give up yet.
Sure, we'll stop. Do I get... Let's see if I get two bullets, or do I just get one? Monokuma files number 2.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Controller!
What makes you say that?
God!
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
He's blocking it.
Shoot. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know. What order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death came from a swing of...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that
Frick,
Hifumi, while Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Wait, no! Oh, okay. I know now. I know now. I know my
While
mistake.
Taka's death came
We don't know what order because it doesn't even say on the Monokuma file.
So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Shoot. So, regarding
Taka's death, I wonder if he died.
After, we already know what order they were killed in.
Bruh! What is it then? Tell me! Give me a hint! I gotta change out the bullets?
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers. Shoot. So, regarding, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after.
Let me look at this damn thing. Dang it, dude.
We already know what order the Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
Yeah, see, it's not that. What is it then? Shoot, bruh, this game ain't giving me no help. And I failed.
I refuse to give up yet.
So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Select true.
Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after. We already know what order they killed him. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death, came.
See? So it's obvious Taka came
Yeah,
after.
the numbering of the hammer. So do I?
So, regarding,
doesn't
I
say
wonder if
that-
perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Shoot.
I'm just gonna shoot all of them.
Regarding Taka, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
I don't want to look it up because I don't think that's like it, right?
So, regarding
Because like I
Taka's
can only
death,
shoot the orange.
I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer, while Taka's death came of Justice Hammer 4.
You're wrong, sister.
See? So it's obvious Taka
Screw it. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna keep going.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death, came.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
No, they weren't, and we
So,
know this.
Regarding
Well, we don't
Taka,
know
I
that.
wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already know. Shoot.
Right. Screw it. I don't even care. I just want to know.
Regarding Taka's death, Hifumi, or
Okay.
perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer
So how
3.
do I switch it?
While Taka's death came.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
What order?
So, I wonder if he or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came
Hold
last.
on. Okay.
Because of the numbering of the...
It's true
That Hifumi was
That's
killed
easy.
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Crap.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that
Hifumi was killed with while Taka's death.
came from a swing of
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding
thing-
Taka's
how does-
death,
Yeah. Yeah. But how do I...
I wonder if he or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
God, how do I... Ah!
Taka came last.
Maybe I should memorize how to memorize.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because the numbering of the Justice...
Nice try.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
The watch. Watch. Wrist watch. CS. Right behind C. There we go. Wristwatch.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Yeah. It's
so
without.
if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he...
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other
So it had to
incidents
been
took
Celeste
place.
because Taka put up a fight.
Simple facts slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis...
That's
Yeah.
right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Except for one.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and... Then we all...
Yep. Lowering down to this.
That's totally true! We're all in the clear!
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up!
Anyway, we all have rock solid out since all of us were there together. Clearly, none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had when his body vanished from the nurse's office. Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his...
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, in particular, I think we need to figure out...
That's true. And according to what Celeste... His body apparently disappeared, but to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a...
What?
If the dead body were to move
That's what I
itself?
said! Hey, that was me moment. Me moment. Nice.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. We thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality...
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked?
But I mean, we found his body. He was...
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That
Yeah.
it isn't possible.
You wouldn't say that. You probably forced him out. Because his glasses was cleaned off. Make your argument. Okay, I will. Broken wristwatch.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been
Oh! Shoot, John! No! No, please give me another chance. Don't send me to the death. Please!
Is this...
Oh, I gotta hurry.
I refuse to give up yet!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was
intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he's actually still alive?
No, it is. Hifumi was dead, and you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance he was actually...
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, without, and you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi.
No, that wasn't any.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Wait, no, it's
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is why are we really?
Maybe the announcement
Announcement was intended
to signal someone else's discovery.
someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance he was...
No, it is. Hifumi was dead, and you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's
dead body had
Haha, I got you, Sword.
No, it's wrong!
Of course it was.
Maybe.
That's right. It wasn't long.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for...
First of all, if two bodies had been found,
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into...
what do you say, Monokuma?
Well, it's a very sense, but what I can say, it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're related.
No, actually, that was... He said it's only broadcast when a body... Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again?
Huh?
Exactly. We heard the body discovered... I got it!
Yeah, got it.
We heard it a second time in the repository. When we... It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have...
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he...
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Shut
That
up!
is the worst logic, but honestly, I do not think there's any...
Okay then, let's take another. Then it should become clear what
This whole thing is...
I do have evidence. His glasses! His glasses! Make your argument.
Well, here's one thing we do. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in... And then, while me and Celeste... his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body other how it was positioned,
Crap, I'm gonna
Well,
mess
here's
up
one
hard.
thing.
I'm
The first time we found Hifumi, and then...
Sorry, Ayo, I'm not gonna be able to
his
give
body
you...
disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
but when you compare his body before being moved
And his body...
other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable
Yeah! Gotcha!
No, it's wrong.
Bring it on!
In fact, there was
Makoto.
one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves
Perhaps you'd like to feel the rest of...
when we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glass...
Yep, glasses were covered in blood. I've seen it for myself.
But when we found him again later, they were spotless. And I found the item he used. I got it!
That's a favorite anime
It
character
was
on
a
it.
glasses cleaning cloth. One look at the blood stain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is... And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was... Princess Piggles.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought...
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question.
In your tongue.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his...
Even if
Yep.
that is true, it does not mean he wipes the blood.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than...
That's a good point.
Well, it must have been him.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still... He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious
That's why you made
corpse...
his goose hunt
But
on
then,
Celeste.
If he was just pretending to be dead,
I don't know why I said that, but to get him.
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's...
I got it! It could only have been...
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, so me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there...
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura...
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead. And when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me...
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single big... You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's leg.
I got it!
This.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Yep.
That's the note I was telling you about. Huh? Wait. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec...
I see.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another, and that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it! That's right! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but so whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok. They were drawing out Huffy. Just ugh, yes. Why must you? Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy.
But remember what the note said.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok. Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was intended must have been Huffy.
I meant to...
Shoot!
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was in must have been But remember
What the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok. Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was in must have been Huffy.
But remember
What the note said.
What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
I missed!
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was in must have been Huffy.
But remember what the
Note said.
What time did it
say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Oh, you...
Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was intended for must have been Huffy.
But remember
What
the note said.
What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Fudge, I missed! Oh, I messed up. Shoot!
Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was in must have been Huffy.
But remember what the note said.
What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Yeah! Okay, so it wasn't... I didn't need anything from the other one. Take that, moron.
No, there absolutely is.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is, we've already proven that, but there's more. The equipment,
Which is where Taka was.
so, Taka was, I think that should be plenty to...
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections.
Someone used that. The culprit.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was stuffed down his pants?
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off.
Where's your proof?
I got it!
Yeah, alright.
When I searched Taka's body, if I'm right about this, I knew it!
Then
Yup,
Hifumi, there's only one.
Taka died clutching, leaving behind. Did I get all that?
That means
Exactly.
Yep.
Whoa, yeah. He was behind the whole thing.
sorry. When we found him in the repository, the second body...
So then,
Whoever did is
He was killed in.
so.
during that time, in other words, during that
wait. But stop trying to steal this. Who are you calling a?
Anyway, when they were killed bothered,
And
the weapon they used to kill. Yeah. The way Taka and but
Yeah.
Justice Hammer so if Hifumi, the culprit would have had to grab one, then put the hammer back. But wouldn't that be seriously?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's
Yeah,
right,
I'm surprised
though.
he did not take any offense.
I don't but if the hammers were already laying around...
So the question is, how could the culprit... Personally,
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of...
So then...
So what was used to kill him? Come on, we gotta hurry this up. I gotta shower.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer? Or maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it is, one, how was the culprit?
how did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a justice promo. 5 minutes? Check out Murder Gear.
Well, one thing seems fixed. The murder weapon had...
Yes!
No, it's wrong.
No, wrong! I was about to use it on Sapira.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice.
But, seriously?
Specifically, now, all the hammers, but for some reason,
Huh?
and the reason it had been scrubbed clean, if the hammer got covered.
Okay, I'll be right
I'd
back.
also
I'm gonna
like
go
to
take a
point
shower
out
real
that the
quick.
repository has all kinds of hammers.
And I'll be right back.
Big ones, small,
Okay, I'm back.
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the justice...
If that's true, that wouldn't...
So Hifumi...
Whoever did that is the true killer. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to us the way, so the idea that anyone would work.
Well, they love me. They're in the park. About listening.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person, only the one who
Actually carried out,
assuming the rule, it is simply impossible that two people.
That is how the rule was explained.
but that only really applies if there's one.
In this case, there were 2 murders.
Shoot!
God, I just hate how they take two.
Based on the rules that
Like the
have
video
been
game
laid out
that's
for
coming
us,
to Switch.
Even if more than one person, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is how the...
But that only really
In this case,
there were 2 murders.
based on the rules that have been, even if more than one person,
Only the one who actually carried.
assuming it is simply impossible
That 2 people.
That is how the...
but that only really applies if in this case, however,
There were 2 murders.
Alright, thank God that missed.
Based on the rules that even
Yeah.
if more than one person, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible.
That is how the rule was explained.
but that only really applies if there's 1 murder. In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Based on the rules that even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out, assuming the
Yeah!
No, it's wrong.
Destroyed your entire case for that.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was...
What do you...
Naturally, if only one person can risk the payoff for working together, the reward, there's no... However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating and it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, by creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their... And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan.
That's just awful.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning.
Yeah.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Oh, I miss you so much, buddy.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying then, the idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that
Oh my
lazy,
gosh.
worthless goddamn idiot!
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it...
Shoot!
Huh, I wonder which one.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the old...
Shush! The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what's...
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor, next to draw
Yeah, I
us
was
all
about
to
to
the
say.
physics lab up on the third floor.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into two groups.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Yep.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly... And on top of that, that was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling. Wait! Then that was.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them... Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I had no idea what.
Don't bother trying to... You made one mistake.
Oh, did.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it. Looking back, I can say that one little slip... I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What'd you say? I don't remember. It must be-
I remember her saying that too.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have...
Alluding to the fact that
All I said was, they must really be enjoying standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positive we are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive we are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I...
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was...
shit, man, please no, please not a fail. You don't say fail, please. Give me another chance.
I refuse to give up yet.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing. They must be positively, we are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like, and that is all I...
And that's all it takes. What was... Comment?
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively, we are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to say.
Wrong.
And I thought I had to collide it with Percy.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after, so there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid
Imagination.
You claim that I was lying. Then what about the picture I
Picture?
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she...
Have you simply forgotten? You, plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does... In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of If everything I told you was a lie, how?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect?
What could you possibly know?
Surely there are other explanations.
No.
The blueprints.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possible.
Yeah.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the... And the strange costume might only exist to lead it if you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
He's utterly Hifumi was dragging him away?
Is it? I don't think it's
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Let me educate you. Alright, I think this is the last one. I don't know. Rebel Justice Blueprints. Are we still with that?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and you tried to make me look like a bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is that if the person inside the suit was there's no way.
Stand up straight like that.
Shoot!
You dressed me up in that. Then you just draped Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect, if the person inside the suit was there's no way.
Yes, okay.
No, it's wrong.
Kind of close, because I was thinking like the suit was bending its arms, but you can't bend it.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because...
The robot? Yeah, you can't bend it.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it. So
I'm not so sure that I think the suit was designed from the beginning.
Celeste
Oh.
and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole... The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was...
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't even laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
So
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
have you already forgotten what?
Wait, how do you know that he said
When
that?
we
You weren't
asked
in the
him
room.
who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear. He said, and I quote, in other words, Yasuhiro Hakakura!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure?
What the hell are you talking about?
Kyoko, what do you...
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
Shoot!
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
Yeah, he said last names.
That's right! Our last names! He called us...
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, so if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have...
I'm sure it was just indecent?
Don't talk.
Random
Don't talk.
chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no but he must have run up.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the...
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone.
Well, no. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take your false Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little...
Okay, then fill us in.
Make sure my real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop
Her
making
face.
me repeat myself?
Alright, oh, this is the last one. There has to be the
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have...
It would have to be you,
Celeste. You haven't... How many times last night? Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you
have no way
contradict me,
No, it's wrong.
Fool. You forgot about the handbook. Ah, common teenager. Forget
That's
it.
it.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, Monokuma told us. So all we have to do is, that's how we can find.
They
Celeste, can you please just tell us what, please?
even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to because until the game's over, you never know.
Fine then. Let me go over the case again, and that'll bring.
Okay, here we go. Wait, why is that here? Oh, these are all the old ones. I do not like that part. Crap. I thought it was a costume. Is this supposed to be the robot? Oh, wait, hold on. That's some chicken feet. think that's gonna work.
Before anything,
I do not like that.
Hifumi. Here's exactly what happened.
No. Yep. Fuck.
First,
Yep.
that's someone the murderer. They drugged. Next, while the killer they did all this when they were. And then finally, they called.
Hammer 4.
And that's where he. Here's exactly what happened. And that. The murder. So, for these attacks, the first fakins there, the killers wanted to. They wanted to make the second. This would be.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is taking forever. I don't know what. Yeah, because this is all right. My guess is this goes there.
The killer is.
I'm hoping.
You.
Please. Cause this ain't it. I gotta restart everything. That's gonna take forever. Nope. Please tell me I don't gotta restart all square one. Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Come on, man. I gotta go to bed. I want to get this done quick. I'm not gonna look it up, by the way. Okay. So first they agreed to do this. Pocket one. He came in. Took a picture. Bam, bam, bam. We'll come back to that. I don't know what that means, honestly. Guess this hammer 2. No, that would be. I can't reenact. I don't think. I don't know where this goes. Those are snacks. These three I don't think go together at all.
The killer is you.
I legitimately. That's chips. got the chips count. Did I use chips? I don't think I used chips.
That can...
Yeah, take a picture. It'll last longer.
Well, when they...
But he didn't. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Him like. Cause that ain't it.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, so it's hammer number 2 that they use. They leave. Stop. Yep. And I honestly didn't know. That sick art, bro. There's like an NFT of that. It looks like shit art too. Complete.
I lost? When was the last time they hang heavy around my neck?
Then you admit it?
Listen to you. Try. Select Taiko. Yasuhiro is...
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Whoa. Jeez, oh no, what's her death animation? C, A, C, B, C, A, B, A, A, B, yep. Wow, 1,000 points. 82 medals, cool! Ayo, I might be buying you some stuff.
I'm ready to begin. Or, I suppose this is...
It is indeed the moment we've all... If you would, please locate your lever and click. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Well, I hope we do. Who is found guilty? Me. Wait, where are they by? Chihiro? Oh, Chihiro. Bruh, this game in Chihiro, man. Chihiro was so cool. I miss them. In the anime, it's like their death is way sadder. Well, I mean, their death is just sad. Well, goodbye, Celeste.
Honestly.
Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else. Look, after all.
I knew it.
He really did trick me. Yep.
Say what?
Just a second.
Probably how to leave as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Indeed.
I see.
Use it as wow.
Actually,
I can talk to you
What?
are you okay with it? So then,
Damnation!
Oh.
Say what?
as
So
for
this
me,
entire time you turned me
as for me,
What? Damnation! Say what?
God. You're a monster, dude.
Completely unforgivable!
Most unfortunate. Actually,
What?
indeed.
Bastard.
Honestly. Actually.
So, this was all of it planned out. Jeez. You disgusting.
I see.
Another question for you. What was that question?
Indeed.
Playing about 2 hours.
But
Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
Alright, well, that's basically it.
So in the end,
You plan to kill them all off? But of course.
What the heck?
Well,
don't be mean.
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
But
Yeah.
You little,
Yeah, I think we all knew that she was kind of lying about it all.
you little bit.
You little
This is fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful?
Oh, that's nice. Oh my god.
This is
Jesus.
There is nothing to be done.
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were able.
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think that's me sacrificing others to the end.
Do you
That's all
understand?
it is.
Yes.
Yeah, the ultimate gambler kind of sucks at lying. Alright, all done. Let's get rolling. Yeah,
Let's give it
baby.
I guess
Put
I'll
it
let
in time.
Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that. Which is why, actually, well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Maybe. I don't know. You're probably screwed right now. Oh god. I'm not ready. After every trial, man, I act like I'm ready, but really I'm not. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh, it's a castle. Yeah. Oh, it's a trial? Oh, it's a Salem witch trial-esque act. Oh, she's getting burnt alive! Well... we're just watching it all happen, too. Oh, uh-oh. What in the world? It doesn't look like real fire. I guess it's a game. Uh-oh. Oh, don't worry, it's the fire department. Oh my gosh. Oh! 'Cause, 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 Christ. Oh my god. Dude! It's over. Third execution's over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed her friend, so I can't be here, but you can deny at one point I considered her a friend. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? I'm gonna cut...
Extreme! What are you gonna do?
Let me out of here!
Oh, God.
Too bad. Hey! What?
So
Matter,
then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Who?
Hey,
I mean, what did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting.
Like just now?
Hello.
We're just kind of done here.
so...
Most likely, key to one of the dressing room alarms. And that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
Suppose sometimes it's easy to miss what's...
Indeed.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Hey,
I'm gonna go one-on-one with something. Everyone else has it on. I'll check with you.
What?
so...
Come on.
Then I'll go.
What?
You? Please let me go. I'm here arguing with my grandmother.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you.
well then.
See you now.
Shall we go? So then,
You really came.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
however,
You need to know?
indeed.
No. I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? You keep believing in me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
And maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. Tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see? Oh boy.
Correct.
Yin Yang? She's like right on top of me right now. I'm freaking...
Correct.
Files are gone. Hmm?
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. How dare you? This wasn't part of the deal!
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
But you do. You haven't forgot what I'm holding.
Oh my god. What? You can't leave that there. Oh. Dude. Yeah, to be continued, I hope. Can I save? I'll give that to someone, I know that. Well, I mean, that's it for... Oh, no. We'll start that next time. But I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. A ball.